Okay, so after learning several of the methods and also thread, you already know that several of the states of the threads, and inside here, whenever you create a new thread, it is in the new state, and when you call to start methods, it's going to move to ready. Ready means it can be selected by the scheduler to be running. So when it is really selected to be running, then it's going to move to when it's dispatched or it's selected by the scheduler to be executed, it's going to move to running state. And when it is running, let's say if it's out of its time slot, okay, if it's out of its time slot, it's gonna get back to ready state. Or if you call to the yielding methods, yield method is going to bring from running to ready state. What is yield method? I already demonstrated. Okay. Then when you are running, if you call to sleep methods, the thread is going to get into the sleep. Okay, the thread is going to get into sleep state for a while. Then for how long is depending on the time you specify over here. And then after the time is expired, or after it is interrupted, it's going to get into ready ready state. Okay, and when it is running, and when the thread is running and it needs some resources, let's say from hard disk, okay, let's say IO here, it is going to be in block state. Okay, and after it's having the resources back here, it's going to it's going to get back to ready, and it's gonna be running. Okay, and when it is called to wait, like you already see the producer consumer example. When an object is called, this one is object monitoring. When an object is called to wait method, and this running thread is using that object. Okay, and that this thread is going to stay in waiting state, and it's wait until when it wait until and that object is completed. It's going to notify the thread to be ready, and it's gonna get into running when it's dispatched. So this one is all the possible states of thread. And when the task is completed, this one becomes complete states. Okay, it will become complete state. Let's just give some simple example about threads inside there. So next is one is we're going to have thread states demo. I will not be able to demonstrate all the states of the thread like this picture, but I'm going to demonstrate some of them. So let's say we're going to create threads. Okay, t equal to new threads. Okay, thread t equal to new threads, and we're going to specify new runnable. And for this one, when it is executed, it's going to display the for loops from 0 to 9. Okay, display I there, loop number. Okay, then you're going to place I here, and after that you're going to add the current executing threads, or the T threads there to sleep for, let's say 3 seconds. Okay, 1 second is enough. 1 second is enough. 1 second is enough. Okay, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then this one I'm going to surround the statement with try catch. Okay, so this one, the thread is going to display from 0 up until 10, and each time it's going to sleep for 3 times. And when you create a new thread like this, its state right now is, let's say we're going to say this one is start in main. Then this one, after this one is you say created a thread. If you created a thread, then its state is, okay, its threads state of T is, okay, and its state right now is you're going to use T dot start. Okay, sorry, T dot get states. Get states. Okay, get states. This one is gonna give you the new state. Okay, this one is a new state. Okay, this one is a new state. Okay, then you're going to okay, then you're going to call to the thread t dot start to start that one. Okay, after calling to thread t dot start, you're going to add the current thread to sleep. Okay, to sleep for, let's say 3 seconds. Okay, this main thread is going to sleep for 3 seconds. When this main thread is sleep for 3 seconds, it's going to start executing these start threads. Okay, and then when it executes this start threads, okay, and it get back to the get back to the main. When it get back to the main here, I'm gonna take, when it get back to the main means the thread T there must be sleeping. So getting back to main, so states of T is, okay, you do T dot get status, get state. Sorry. So at this time it must be sleeping because it's running inside the main here. Okay, it's getting back to main. It's getting back to main means this one is sleeping. Okay, sleeping. Okay. Now after that, you're going to add our current threads, add the main to wait for. So threads dot thread dot sleep, the main thread to sleep. Let's say 30 seconds. Okay, it's about 30 seconds here for this one to finish. So I'm gonna add for this one to wait for 30 seconds. Okay, wait for 30 seconds. The main to wait for 30 seconds. If the main here wait for 30 seconds, I think it's enough time for this thread T to complete. When it's enough time for this thread T to complete, and I'm going to call to its status. Okay, this one, and I'm gonna call to its status again. By this time, the thread T states should be completed. So its state is, okay, when get the state, you're gonna dot here T dot get states. Okay, so we're going to execute this one. You see, so when you start in main, created new threads, and that one is just in new new, how to say, states, and it's get back to its first loop, and then it's getting back to main. Then this one is time waiting, means it's sleeping. Okay, and we're going to wait for like 30 seconds for all the loops or the thread T to complete. Okay, so this one is running thread T because our main thread is waiting for 30 seconds. So the thread T is running, and when thread T is running, okay, it's terminated. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up until 9. So by this time the thread T should be completed. It sure is completed by 9 already, because we bring from 0 up until some values smaller than 10. So in here it's completed. Once it's completed, you'll see the thread is in terminated state. Okay, so whenever you create it, it's in new. Okay, and when it is running, let's say when it is running here, you can display the thread. When it is running, you can display thread. Okay, when it is running, you're gonna take threads. When it's running a thread, of course it is running the state. So let me just forget that one. Okay, because if you get the state here, it's running for sure when it's running. Okay, so again, so when you start from main, here, so it's gonna say start from main. Then you create a new thread. You create a new thread here. You create a new thread. Okay, when you create this new thread, it's just in new state. It's not runnable yet. Okay, after you call t.start. Okay, after you call t.start, you can let's say you can do t dot this one right after calling to start. Okay, then you're going to get t dot get states. Okay, get states. So if you execute this one, see, so right after you call to start t, that thread is now runnable state. Okay, that's that state. Right after, you see, right after calling to start method t.getState, it is the runnable state. Okay, so you can see from here now. So whenever you start first, you create this one. Whenever it start is gonna run the main, start in main. Then it creates a thread. Okay, and then when you create these threads, okay, and you haven't called to start it yet, its method, okay, its status now t.getState is new. It is new here. okay, and right after you call to t.start, right now it's not running yet, okay, because it's still running your main. Okay, still running your main here, still running your main here, but its state now is changing to runnable. It's maybe selectable, okay, ready. Then because the main is sleeping for, okay, because inside here the main is sleeping for 3 seconds, okay, when the main is sleeping for 3 seconds, it's going to give back the time slot. It's going to give back the time slot for your this one. The main is sleeping for 3 seconds, so it's going to give back the time slot for your t to start. So t to start is going to run this one, so it's going to display the first loop. Okay, the first loop when r equal to 0 is displays this one. Then the thread t itself is sleeping, so it's get back to the mains. Okay, when it's get back to the mains. Okay, when it's get back to the main here. Sorry, here. Okay, when it's get back to the main, after the main is sleeping for 3 seconds, it's getting back to the main. When it's getting back to the main, its state right now of the t is sleeping because we're sleeping here. We're sleeping here. So that one is time waiting. Okay, time waiting, or you sleep for a while, you wait for a while. Then right after this, your main thread is waiting for 30 seconds, so it's wait for this second loop to execute. Okay, this second loop to execute, third loop, so on and so forth. Up until this time, okay, up until this time, you already completed your D threads, because after 30 seconds you already completed that one. You see from it's completed that thread. Then it's going to execute. By this time, thread should be completed, and it's true. It's up until 9. It's completed, and when it is completed, its state is terminated. Okay, so you'll see again that one from our tables. Okay, see, whenever you create it is in new state. So right after you call to start method, it is in ready or runnable state. Okay, and if it's dispatch, it's going to be in running state. If you call yield, it's get back to ready state. So if you call to sleep, it's going to be in a sleeping state or a time waiting state. Okay, time waiting state. And after sleeping, it's going to go back to this one. And if it is completed, it's going to go to that state. Or if it's waiting for hard disk or I/O, it's going to go to block state. Or if it is using some object which is synchronized or being monitored or being used by another object, it's going to go to wait state. Wait until when? Wait until the object will notify it and it will become ready. Okay, that is it about thread states.